which is always exciting. Hobbit's on the CZ now. I was only really seeing Hunter on the CZ. But nice to see him whip it out in this one. This force buy from Cloud9 can definitely still be dangerous. Gonna drop back to the bomb sites. Let EG set up some plays. Banana control has been taken. They're just slowly extending across the map here. It looks like EG are gonna group more heavily towards A, and as it stands, that looks like the right read. If Automatic were to investigate into B, he might feel like it's a bit clear, but I don't know if they'll call to go back. It looks like they are pretty committed up A long, and that opener will definitely suit. Oh my god, Nafany, okay. Just jumping around the corner with the 5-7, why not?
In the mid-air. Well, they've lost position towards A. I don't think this is worth going for, because bearing in mind it's a force buy, they could just go again in the next round, and they'll do exactly that. EG off to a good start then. They've got some work to do in a number of different ways, honestly. Looking at this as a brand and the heights we used to have for Evil Geniuses, what that name meant has definitely gone missing of late. And, you know, I think that some of the criticism has been in having a team, but not necessarily being invested in the results of that team. And I think that's part of the criticism that we have seen. There's definitely building to do. That's true of their female team as well as the team we see in front of us. But we've seen some comments from the players, coaches involved in the team that they are working interviews. I'm sure we will get some interviews as this Pro League progresses, but I just want to see people with, I want to it to be a prerequisite. Whoever's got the lowest resolution has to do the interview, so we can ask, especially if they're a youngster. Like, you know, you've got people playing on 1080p. How did you get to this black bar situation? How did you get to here?
There's definitely players who just switch up their resolution all the time. We all know those players. They have one bad game and they're like, all right, back to black bars, why not?
There was one, I will say, there was one player in North America, I'm not going to say who it was, who changed their resolution just before a match, and then were telling their in-game leader, oh, I don't know my lineups because I changed my resolution. Like, at the beginning of the match, I was laughing. Because I think it was in one of our Faceit studios that this happened. When we were practicing, it was hilarious to me. Very funny.
Very nice. Well, hey, hopefully that's not a problem here for EG. Automatic, able to spot Nafany. Cloud9 trying that boost. Got spotted beforehand. There are a couple of kills, though. The rifle's on the right side of the map here for Cloud9 to make something happen. Shiro going up top and taking two more. This should not have been so convincing for Cloud9, but they're able to put their rifles in the right positions and activate at the right moments.
Hex has got to do a 1v3 with a MAC-10, 25 seconds on the clock, and a CZ as well. He knows he's walking into a trap already. The smoke grid will try to isolate the fights, but this is wasting so much time as well. Utter disaster on this B bomb site. There we thought it would be pedestrian for the man as well, who moves on to an AWP in round number 4.
I can't complain about that after how this one started for them. We saw that smoke just fading, giving Shiro that tiny little timing window to get the pick. Ooh, nades back and forth here. Shiro taking damage down to half health. The Hobbit has pushed all the way down Banana. EG in the meanwhile looking more towards A right now. But with all that Banana control gathered, Cloud9 are surely telling their A players to be on high alert right now.
Nafany playing around the arch position. Again, we've got to keep an eye on the nature of those smokes along, as we saw in our first series today. Have some sneaky one-ways.
Oh.
Hobbit dancing. That's a big frag on Automatic. Let's not forget how significant his name is in Counter-Strike, especially for North America. Deploying some more smokes towards that long position. 49 seconds on the clock. There's quite a fair amount of counter utility for Cloud9 to deal with, but Hobbit can't win the duel. Or actually, he will get the trade one way or another. Molotov to drop Breeze. Now, where did the remainder go? They've got Hexed in the apartments and Neelan getting dropped on Banana. Now it seems there's a plan C as there's the entry, there's the trade, and now Wiz finds himself alone. Going to A didn't work, going to B didn't work, back to A again, lost his teammates. We can see the occasional pick from Nafany will work very nicely indeed for that final kill.
That's where EG realized, oh, actually we can't go back to B. We've got to just try and send it towards A, and it's just a little too easy for the CTs to lock it in at that point. EG getting a little lost in the mid-round that time.
Costly information to find out. Here's the Unicorn MP9. We were looking for that earlier. EG then.
He likes those sorts of skins. He's a bit of a weeb, man.
Oh, we have a few of those in Counter-Strike.
There's too many, honestly.
Man, some of these conversations that I've had.
I just don't engage. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, I watched Spirited Away one time, so...
I will say I did speedrun Attack on Titan. But that is like, that. I think that's like a GOAT series, so if you are going to do it, at least let it be that. Now Launders is trying to get me into all kinds of stuff. That's how it starts.
Oh boy.
Well, we're into the buy rounds now after a very dry eco. Cloud9
here we
now
go.
in the lead.
Oh, this is disrespect. Oh man, Hext is already tucking into the second mid apartments. Hobbit's pushing all the way down mid. Oh, I love this call from Cloud9, playing with pure confidence in this one.
It's a great challenge. We don't think you can deal with this. What is your response, EG? 4v4, minute 20. It has some favour to EG, but the CTs can be in so many different places, and that's going to be a problem. Nafany's got plenty of info. He doesn't have info towards mid, so that leaves Buster in a somewhat awkward situation as he starts to fall back. But I mean, this is a problem because EG will surely feel compelled to go and deal with wherever that CT is, and that will waste the entire round. They can't really do that.
What have you just done? Why has a smoke been dropped on the floor?
I need a replay of that later.
No.
Production.
Did it hit a teammate or was it just an accidental right click? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know.
Sometimes it's better we don't. Sometimes the truth isn't good enough. That's what Batman says.
True. Sometimes it's better not to know. Well, EG, 30 seconds, grouped up towards A, and still one smoke left, so that can go up towards long. A single flash would be nice if they could use that because this crossfire looks pretty solid. Nafany will just stay tucked up above, and Buster from down below delivers what might be the final blow of this round. Automatic is stuck in a position where there is nothing more to do but try and borrow a book from this little bookshelf.
Counter-terrorists win.
You might get one.
I mean, there's no real ideal situation. There's often one option, more than one good option. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that one. Automatic's going to have the hero AK-47 in round number 7.
Ooh, yeah, go for it. Why not?
Waiting for the repeat from Buster. That is great. That's a good advantage. Isolate the long player, allows them to collect a rifle. Now, they could consider just sending it because we can see it's panic station for Cloud9 now. And Automatic continues. Knife out, though, and Shiro will punish him for his insolence. Some position loss. Axile still in the apartments, though. And the bomb site is surrounded. So they've got quite far, all things considered. One rifle and remaining 2 players. Wiz with no armor has the AK. Neelan with the armor has a Glock, but sometimes situations are less than ideal. Who makes a play first? Wiz has a HE grenade as well, but really want him holding that AK. Spots one now, but Shiro will deal with him. Switched out for an AK to be more nimble as Neelan tries to clutch with the Glock now. Well, he's 1/3 of the way there. Hold on a second. This would be absurd. It's been a very expensive round, but Shiro will stop the nonsense just about.
Bloody hell, he made that close, didn't he? The Glock. Automatic wasn't ready for the extra player, but can't be ready for everything. And now let's see if EG are a little more prepared for this gun round. 3 players on Banana early. That might just be more targets for the nade, though. Breezy, the player that takes the brunt of it this time. But at least Banana control has been taken cleanly.
see Shiro avoiding the pre-fire by hiding by the coffin. False sense of security, perhaps. Considering the lineup of the incendiary. Now we can see Hobbit has made his way towards B. And Cloud9 are playing so defensive on A. 1 minute on the clock. Counter grenades. EG have the positions to show some presence towards that B bomb site. Then head in towards A if that is the ultimate goal. They may just be here to serve grenades to this A bomb site. Wiz is in the position to throw a smoke towards mini pit, I think. The flashes for top mid instead. Well, they start to press on. They don't see anything there, but the bomb now focused on the B bomb site. So will it be a wrap? Will they try to? You can see Hobbit holding things down there. 3 players now on this A bomb site as Hex tries to catch him. Big swing from Hobbit. And off he goes towards B. The wrap is on. It's down to Shiro and Nafany. 22 seconds on the clock. Molotov's coming their way, but still the push is gradual from EG. The flashes will come. The flashes will go. Long gone are the flashes when the peak comes in. Automatic and Nealon instantly drops. 10 seconds to plant this bomb and Shiro through the smoke. Really focus on the detail of those. Looking for their 3rd round now in this 9th round of the map so far. The Gales are out once again in the hands of Automatic and Wiz. Things looking pretty calm for Cloud9. I wonder if we're going to see another round where they are hyper-aggressive. Their Orca Shiro's got over $10,000 in the bank. You have to declare that money if you travel with it. There's so much. There'll be a pot flash for Hext, maybe. See, Long has been taken, and there'll be some counter grenades ready for the CTs. Not being thrown just yet, I don't think. So they've taken top mid, EG. Now, what is the next plan? You can see them looking towards Banana, where there are some retake grenades, some delay grenades, but Hex has made his way forward and caught Hobbit, which really compromises Long. Exile has to work now. Not sure if he saw 2 players, but the flashes are in, and so is Breeze with a second entry. Buster to trade, hiding behind the smoke quietly. And that buys time for the rotation. However, the rotation is being waited for. Ian's are long. We can see Shiro making his way towards Library. That bomb can't get planted until Buster is dealt with, though. Reinforcements are here. Finally, he is traded. Nafany's been dropped as well. Shiro in the 1v1 now. Where is Nealon? He traded his teammate. He has some information. Nealon trying to jump past the angle.
It looked pretty good for them. They were trading solidly onto the site itself. It just was not good enough. I don't think they were fully ready with the rest of the team to capitalize upon the picks that they got. That puts them back down to pistols. Again, Cloud9 happy to take some aggression early, this time on Banana. And Nafany is just playing on the edge of that smoke.
Oh. EG thwarted by fire around top mid for the time being. Looking to burst, but there is a boost, could be quite interesting. Have a look at that swing from Breeze, trying to pre-fire that smoke, and Buster should be good for 2. He won't be. Hobbit will clean up. Exile, in fact. Bleaching the floors around the A-bomb site. We can see the bomb is lost towards top mid. One in the pit. Can't plant the bomb though. So here it is. Exile looking sharp with the M4A4. And it's a question of damage at this point for Hext, because that bomb is surrounded.
Completely trained in on his angle.
Shiro will errors, but it's better to make them early than to make them late. Still time for 7 rounds on their T side. Have the 4 AKs out in AWP on Wiz, as you can see. Standard flashbang lineup to support the teammates on Banana, being held as very good looking grenades, but they'll be avoided by Cloud9, but they are forced to fall back to avoid them. Really forcing Cloud9 away, but he comes straight back with a pop flash and 2 kills. Nafany and the M4A4 makes it look easy with the crayon gun. Very shiny team.
And then Hext, because they're down, feels like he just needs to make a solo play. Axar waiting for it the entire time. Perfect crosshair placement to deliver the headshot. Now Nafany, oh no, he hasn't even been cleared. Oh boy, it's all gone wrong. Wiz has to reload the AWP before he can try the 1-on-4. Much room for error. We've only got 5 shots in that AWP nowadays. Come on, Wiz, here we go. Get on the KZ servers, mate. There we go. And the jump round into the waiting arms of
To
Shiro.
die in style towards the end there with the perfect angle Shiro is holding. Can't even see him, and off he goes. Just swept under the carpet with the dust.
You gotta die in style, right? You gotta do it. Well, EG all grouped into second mid in this round. It's another one where they can take some liberties, considering they only have the pistols. Maybe just try and swarm some of these players together. Decent utility for EG also. So it doesn't just have to be pace. You can have some utility to back it up. Buster will be isolated. Ooh, okay, Axar below. Wow, what a shot from Automatic. Maybe something on the cards here.
Yeah, most of the team have got Kevlar, so this could be a rare bird for them. That rifle needs to get to work. Last time they had a scenario like this, the rifle was in the hands of a man without Kevlar. That is different on this occasion. 2 smokes for Cloud9. They can isolate some fights, trying to give themselves space to move forward. Nafany will run off this direction. They've all got kits as well. Spots one in the pit. That's some of the information. And again, we'll start to clean things up, but Automatic could be instrumental here. We're so blind. Down goes Nafany. There's a flank from Automatic. And it will be a rare round from EG, it looks like. I don't know if there's anything else for Hobbit to do. Again, as we saw in the previous series, it's the round that's chaotic with the pistols where the T's find success on the bomb site.
Oh, they get to the bomb. Ooh, okay, Automatic gets away with it.
Comes out once again. Now we'll see if they can avoid the struggles with these 4 AKs and AWP. Much better equipped, but that often is more restricting when a mastery can be had by Cloud9. To EG to prove us otherwise. Ooh. Love that when you're throwing grenades, teammates jumping around in front of you.
Out of the way, mate.
Especially when you're the only person who knows the grenades. It's even worse. Not the case here, of course.
Yeah, you'd hope not.
Anime gun. I do want to buy that when it's cheaper.
Yeah, the pros always get all the nice new toys. Okay, nades into top banana, but the one smoke from Cloud9 will make it difficult for EG to make progress on the fake. Gonna come back towards A instead. Cloud9, other than that last round, haven't been too worried about competing for top mid. They don't mind letting EG have that. That means EG can start to work their way up towards A long. See Breezy about to lurk out there. Massive pit setup from Cloud9. See if EG can handle this.
The bomb is now committed to that short position, so this could be quite an interesting one indeed. Buster will begin the proceedings. You can see Hobbit's playing the bait now. But there's Breeze coming in from the side now. The bomb did freeze somewhat around that short position, maybe because it's Wiz with the AWP, and now it has been lost. So many players in the pit, only one of which has been dealt with, and Automatic was on the lurk in the meantime. Their setup from Cloud9 was not broken by EG. And I was wondering before that came through if we might just see a faster pace round from EG, just execute into a B bomb site, let's say. You a wrist rest man, Hawker?
No, absolutely not. Well, to be honest, I feel like my wrists don't take too much stress when I'm playing CS. Like, I'm high enough sense, I'm chilling, and then I'm not doing anything crazy with my keyboard like the pros do. Got my setup pretty on lock, I think.
Full-size keyboard, 10 kilos, 65%. What are we talking about here?
Listen, I just have a keyboard. That's all I know, James. I wish I could tell you more. It's, I don't think it's full size. But it's definitely not like tiny. I've got a numpad.
Okay, then it's full size.
Oh, it is full size. Well,
wow. Hawker doesn't know what a full-size keyboard is.
I don't. I just know it's smaller than the keyboard I used to have, so I thought it wasn't full size. But maybe I just had a massive keyboard before.
Maybe you were playing from a... I don't even know. I need to get this out of my mind. EG have got 4 players remaining after Automatic was exploded. They know he's a lurker on banana, but they're not going to be too aggressive about it, Cloud9. In fact, Hobbit's wondering what's happening over towards them. So there'll only be Exile now, and he's going to get domed, which means that EG are in a very good position. Timing works out on this occasion. Only 2 plays for Cloud9. Hobbit's been so focused the entire time. 1,000-yard stare as he continues to put in the work. Great grenade onto Breeze, but didn't do as much damage as they might have liked. Off angle now, being held as Shiro slowly creeping, slowly wandering. But how much do they commit to this? There are only a few rounds left. Only 1 round left after this one in this half. So I don't know how much they have to lose, really. They will at least make it expensive. They want as many of them to die as possible to this explosion. Round number 4 then for EG. Start to wonder.
Based on the numbers we had there. But we saw earlier, IHC put together a very good CT side on this very stream. It's not out of the question completely. If Shiro peeking down mid, you got to be careful, Wiz. Up against the sniper here, and he baits out the shot nicely.
All right then, full 5 players. Are they going to send it straight into B, I wonder? Sorry, full 5 players. They've got hexed over towards A. And they wonder about changing the pace, and it seems they're threatening to do that. There's the trade. Trying to do more. Shiro's got a wide open CT position, though. You can see that weapons are being switched, so the danger is not over just yet. There's a smoke towards CT. Now, do they continue to pursue? Hobbit's in a very sneaky angle. As this smoke disappears, his position will be conceded. So in the last round of the half, there'll be a change of pace. We can see Hex swinging top mid, wondering what's happening. Should be looking further for information as they start to edge towards Shiro. Lurk has been dispatched off over towards A automatic now, trying to force their way into B. Do they have any utility left? Well, that's one way to do it. Down goes Shiro, automatic left. We've seen him up before. 33 seconds on the clock. Needs to get that bomb planted. More grenades are coming through, down to 4 HP. And there's the swing.
Going well for them. But hopefully they've got something planned for the CT side. Maybe some little tricks and treats for us. Smoke from Cloud9 straight into B. This is fast, and the dualies are not ready on the hold. Automatic out of ammo after getting the 1 frag. He makes it a second before falling, but that CT smoke is there. Doesn't seem like Cloud9 want to go yet, though. They want to use the rest of their utility before committing. Or do they even want to commit? Damn, they just slowed it down entirely. This is awkward, though, because you probably know Breeze is pushed. There's a decent chance he's behind you, but there's a lot of angles you have to clear here. Oh, and now they've spotted him.
Now he's somewhat compromised. He's got to pretty much stand his ground and take these duels, but after getting headshot, it's more important he stays alive. That's pulled Nealon away, who's now watching. He's in Speedway, basically. So he's neither here nor there. No grenades to support on A, or B, rather. So he needs to get back there. Try and have an angle. That's perfect timing for the flashbang. Exile finds himself in the old pool, not pool day, but Inferno pool. And Wiz has been dropped. Nealon forced to get closer now. Still anyone's game. It's all about the headshot, but for Breeze, he's taken 1 already. And now Exile, it'll be his turn as well. USP will continue versus these 2 Glocks. Breeze continuing to close the distance on this B bomb site. No kits though, so they need to be pressing on with it. Creeping around the site, you can see Shiro jiggling. He's seen the shadow, and it's absolutely free onto Nealon. Now they can play the beeps. Breeze in the middle of the
someone
site.
who had a bit of a tough time individually at Katowice. Often plays super aggressive, always throwing himself into the action. He's had a bit of a better game here. There's a tag from Wiz's scout. Not been his best showing, unfortunately. Hasn't really got the chance to have that AWP in his hands. So he would love to win this round and just try and turn the economy into their favor. Just that force buy from EG, trying to get something going. Flash might force that smoke out of Hexed. Indeed, he feels he has to drop that. You can see Shiro waiting to see if anyone gets inquisitive behind that gap in the smoke. Doesn't look like EG will fall for that bait.
So many smokes for EG at the minute mark. They should definitely start using them. Well, this is getting somewhat nervous then for Cloud9. I do wonder if they're going to pop flash Nafany in because they can't just wait for all these smokes to go. There are still 3. There's another one deployed by EG. This is an ideal situation from the CT perspective. Indeed, Nafany goes flying through. They've got to force the issue now into the crossfire, though. Hex binds too, and Neelan is still here. But they're rotating away. Shiro with the bomb is staying behind for the time being. Looking into a crossfire on this A bomb site. This is quite a gambly run that we are seeing now. They haven't spotted a bomb just yet, and Neelan will stay at the back of the bomb site. So they're really killing for this. 12 seconds on the clock, and with that pick, Neelan still doesn't move. Wants to be just hiding at the back. 7 seconds to plant that bomb, and Shiro's got no time to clear the bomb site. Running 5-7. You can see how urgent that was. Could have stood still as well.
All over the shop, but it is EG who come away with it. And hey, that's a round they needed to make scrappy like that. So credit to them. They didn't fall completely for the fake. They didn't fall completely for the bait with 2 players over towards A. And now it is Cloud9 on the weakened by to an extent. Axar there forced away from Banana early. And this scout trained on this angle. Not able to land the shot. Not a bad nade though, on towards Hobbit. Might now be 1 shot to the body with this scout. Oh, and they weren't expecting automatic, but they still win the first and the second fight. Oh, Cloud9 with a flurry of frags. And EG will feel like they've thrown away their opportunity that they got themselves from that last round.
Yeah, they won't be the only ones. That is a disastrous turnout for them. They'll have to be trying to hold on to whatever they can, but have a look at this hunt we're seeing on the radar. They are absolutely sending at Cloud9 towards the speed bomb site to take everything away. Nothing is for free. So disaster for EG, but for Cloud9 it should be like this. We should have a scoreline like this. So we have 2 very contrasting stories here because Cloud9 are a squad who have had, I think hiccups would be an understatement, and we want to see them be consistently the team we believe they've got the potential to be. Whereas on the EG side, we want them to be a competitive team. Like and that,
yeah. Next thing you know, I'll be pulling out the instrument, trying to play on that.
All right then, 5 rounds for EG, trying to make something of their CT side. Got a heavy setup towards the speed bomb side. 4 players. Some on the oranges, some in the corners. Lots of elevation of these EG players. Neelan trying to avoid the flashbangs, lurking behind the smoke. Hex will run distraction with his grenades at least. But Axel does not know what lies behind this smoke grenade, and now he sees it. There is a trade frag denied by Shiro. 2 more players here, however. Surely you send it. You'd be mad not to. Bomb needs to be collected on ramp. How Shiro cleans out these angles. The pre-fire onto Breeze as well, and the dream has collapsed once again for EG. This was not the strongest buy for them. They're trying to combine their forces like a transformer, but it was dismantling more like Lego.
Like rare Legos and stuff. I don't really know what's going on, but...
Scarcity. Always an opportunity for the scalpers.
Even with some of the stickers in CS, I didn't realize there's some stickers where there's like only 20 of the stickers or whatever like exist. Just like weird stuff like that. I had no idea. Oh, hello, Hobbit. Oh, they tried to knife him. They don't get it. Here's the full USPs in this one. So easy pickings. Cloud9 just seeing which...
I don't expect Mirage to be much better for them, but that is yet to come, and you never know. Shiro, an easy one for him. And I think a team who are building from the bottom, like EG, I think a coach role has a lot of variability in Counter-Strike. Some are just straight cheerleaders, some are babysitters, making sure people get on planes and so on. They're called a coach, but they don't do any actual coaching. But I think with an analyst as well, to try and tighten up the game, plug the leaks and so on, can also be really important. 3 CTs left for EG now as Exile rounds the corner and the B bomb site is completely secured. No more saving to do for Automatic in this 1 versus 4. Bombs planted on B, forced to fight on A. And that's where this one will end as Cloud9 make it their favor, as they had a non-starter versus Cloud9 on Inferno, and now things maybe get even more difficult as we head to Mirage.
Now they get to start on CT side at least, on the Evil Geniuses side of things, so let's hope that can help them out early. They've got a good stack on this side. Wiz not able to get anything going, and Breezy also dealt with. That stack looks strong, and Neelan's just been holding Palace with Automatic on the rotate. Neelan's been here the whole time, finally tries to get active, but not able to land the shots in time. It's a clean bomb plant for Cloud9.
EG have 2 players remaining to try and win this pistol. Neelan makes his way through. They will hear him, and they'll reposition accordingly. You can see Nafani hiding by triple now, looking for Hexed. And then there was one. They all know exactly where he is, just poking, prodding, but they can play the bomb. He doesn't stand a chance of winning this round at this point.
One of the more inexperienced players on the team. I always like it when they take on that responsibility. It's definitely the hallmark of someone who wants to win. Fortunately for EG, they are stuck with the 4 spy in this one. A couple of scouts in the mix. And some standard mid-control here for Cloud9 early. See what they decide to do with it. All right, they're leaving Hobbit alone to lurk with that MAC-10. He'll be setting up some utility. He's just deployed a smoke towards Connector, and then one towards Window. The rest of the squad look like they're mainly going into Palace here on the Cloud9 side. So this A split should be set up quite nicely.
Neelan playing around the smoke, but how much can he focus on this position once the pop comes through from Palace? Well, he might be dealt with before that. In the red, now dead. Hobbit's done his job, and Wiz will be dispatched of as well. This is a 4 spy from EG. They need to find something here, of course. Wiz has left money for AWP later on, but the rest of them won't get much of anything for their investment. Just the B players remaining now for EG. Your Mac 10 for Breeze. But that isn't a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. Now things getting a little scary. If he managed to win that frag, maybe they send it to try and spot, but that will not be happening.
Everybody not to budge from their setup. And it is a big boy eco here for EG. I like that they've got 1 flash in this round. Looks like Neelan's going to set them up and just go for a big swing on mid. Always got to have something in mind for these sorts of rounds. There is a chance that Nafani will get isolated here. See, he's spotting that little box, now peeking around the side. There is a player pushed up into top mid, but nothing doing here for EG this
Only
time.
5 rounds mustered on Inferno. They look for their first one here on Mirage. Only 4 games recently played. Matt. Shiro moving forward. How fast is this? Utterly ridiculous. Doesn't get the kill, but the threat at the beginning of a game is quite something. Lightning fast up that short position. EG will definitely have to think about that one. Managed to escape with their lives. As we can see, Cloud9 certainly setting the pace and controlling the nature of this round. Quite static at the present. Breeze had to catch that one, surely. All the advantages there. Didn't quite land the jewel, though. Just the 1 bullet, I think. Hex came to take his place, and Nafani's ready for it. Dreamers collapsing for EG now. They're all spread out individually at this point. You can see Neelan heading over to help. automatic. Just, wow, behind the defenses here. No one covering the angles. Dismantling almost single-handedly this entire round. They have no position. It's like they're, I mean, I guess they are saving at this point, although that might change things quite a bit. Now we've got the bomb carry over towards B-bomb site.
Read for the game and then call for his own aggressive maneuvers, getting into those annoying positions. That's always so big for Cloud9. Can be a real difference maker for them. You can see the EG struggling to deal with that in this one. Axal going to be pressuring towards B. They will know that EG are down to a weakened buy in this one. So Axal maybe just looking for info. Currently EG more heavily stacked towards A though.
To read Balin's tweets from yesterday, Director of Athletics for EG. I want to congratulate all the teams from NA that made it to the RMR. There is no better feeling than representing our region at a major. And now that you have the chance to fight for that, now is the time to work smart. Don't overdo it. Be confident in how you got here, since it obviously didn't happen by accident. Enjoy the ups and downs together. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. To our team, I know you guys are putting in a lot of work. Not everyone can see improvement in the face of disappointment, but it's most important we double down on what's working and be open to changing up what's not. I appreciate you all a ton and know you will stay strong. To our critics/fans, we fell short of our standards yesterday. I invite your criticism and support. After all, we share the same passion. Well, we hope to see some improvements.
Yeah.
Some upward trajectory from the squad. So far on Mirage, it has proven difficult in that first buy round. But the whole game is ahead of them as far as Mirage is concerned, essentially.
Yeah, I think we're at the point where, you said it earlier, you said it best. We just want to see the signs of promise. And I almost want to see, at this point, you know, if any of the EG players are going to be able to... This is where you want your AWPer to take initiative, make some calls, make some plays happen. See what he can do here in this gun round. Damn, Mob is just straight out mid. No time to waste.
Big presence. Now, do they consider this chair position, or will they be caught completely off guard? There's Breeze. Takes it spotted as well. Down he goes with a grenade in his hand. And just like that, 1 minute 25, there are 2 EG players remaining. Automatic and Neelan. Their second buy round has not really got started here, because Cloud9 are off to the races in mid once again. And now Neelan and Automatic are fighting for whatever will be afforded to them. Shiro, a little cold on Mirage, it seems. Missing a few shots here and there. Nothing critical, though, as Cloud9 have so much map control.
Yeah, they've got that B site under lock and key. And they might have thrown away the key at this point, not giving EG any chance to get back into it. Hobbit
on
this far side.
How on earth does Hobbit get to chair undetected like that and then get 2 kills from it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough. EG started with 2 players on short instead. So I feel like you've got to be aware at least of that possibility. And then Hext, unfortunately, it was just a bit ambitious to pull out the nade when you know there's a player there. There's a chance he's going to swing on you. Save is the best case scenario now for EG in this one. And even that isn't guaranteed. Buster with a lovely flank. I probably know that Automatic is in towards A ramp. That's the one position they haven't cleared. Anything I can think of. But even then, you know, just take the advantageous fight if you think he's low.
Yeah, he's got to fight you, that guy. He's stuck in the corner there. And he can win the round, basically, with that duel. So, once again, we are in the bin with EG.
Buster's not even bothering to upgrade the Galil. He's fine with it. They can't afford helmets right now, so why not, I guess. You got 10k, who needs an AK? Galil's just as good in this sort of round.
I do wonder if EG are being conditioned to focus on control of mid, which they haven't had in a single round just yet. And I do wonder if Cloud9 are going to maybe make a play somewhere else. We shall see.
hate
Breeze
pressing
trying
E
to do...
pick up guns.
Yeah,
So
right.
annoying.
Breeze trying to do what he can. But again, EG, I mean, of course, in rounds like this, EG are completely at the mercy of Cloud9, but it feels like the fire rounds are hardly any different.
Oh, if only Hex had a rifle there. It was a nice angle. But 2 body shots on the Deeg won't do it. And yeah, as you're saying, I definitely wouldn't be surprised. I feel like if Cloud9 were to lose 1 or 2 rounds especially, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run like a fast B play at some point. For now, though, the mid plays have been working very nicely indeed. Breeze falls back into the corner. You can figure that there's going to be swings like this at this point. Cloud9 very confident. 18 seconds. Where is the bomb going? It is coming to A, but it doesn't matter. They will win by elimination.
My question.
I think Wiz had a good mid spawn here. Doesn't take it, though. Goes over towards Connector instead. He still will be having a little look towards mid. And a nade lands onto Shiro, so not a bad start. There is Wiz, right place at the right time. Finally getting that AWP to sing on the server for the CT side. Hobbit has snuck all the way out into Tetris, though. Cloud9 can't really make the most of that right now. But you have to assume EG aren't fully aware of that. If they're not careful, that could catch them. See Wiz now repositioning entirely, hoping to stay unpredictable with that AWP. But with Hobbit's advanced position, you might not even need an A execute here. A good flash could potentially just send Hobbit in to such an advanced position that they're not ready for him.
I wonder if Wiz will post up more aggressively. Of course, somebody could be waiting for him on the other side as well. Those pixel angles. More presence being shown now in that mid position in terms of utility. 40 seconds on the clock. Automatic is here to try and defend Connector from Nafany, who's creeping. Shiro posted up on the other side. Hex moving through now as Breeze shows his position. Shiro looking for the flick. Now that's the EG we want to see. Defending that A-bomb site. Getting
Definitely got enough players over to that A site to make it a very comfortable round win for them. Now we'll see if they can continue. Boost into ladder room. Again, Cloud9 have gone for that early mid control that's been so key for them. A bit of counter utility being deployed by EG. It's not enough to make Cloud9 sweat right now. Resmoke goes into window to allow Nafany to start creeping up towards Connector. Definitely someone who likes playing around mid and seeing what sort of timing windows he can find. The smoke alongside the molly will allow Nafany all the way into Connector. Breezy just sitting back, letting that happen.
Again, EG trying to escape mid, not control mid. You do have to give it up eventually. How do you take care of Connector? Now I can see Hexton, Breeze moving around this B bomb site. Do they make an aggressive play? Shiro is looking to start posting up of the AWP soon in this direction, as we can see. Cloud9 looking for a B split potentially. We spoke about Cloud9 on the CT side and the B bomb site, but how many rounds will they have before we get there? Looking for number 8 now as Exile will be ready for Breeze. He doesn't even get to click on his mouse. He is a goner, and Hext is too. You mentioned trying to stay alive. It was an aggressive setup, and it's had 0 results.
Yeah, it looked... Oh, Nafany with another clean shot. Oh, we might get more here. Spotting Nealon on the site. He is extremely low, though. Now Hobbit flanking automatic. Nothing automatic can do. It's just Nealon trying to survive at this point. There's another kill for him. He'll pad those stats. But yeah, that's tough for EG. I think the initial setup looked like it might have been Hext jump peeking to try and almost bait out that he's the only player there, and then they wouldn't clear that corner. The way it ends up working is that they end up just hard clearing that one corner. It's a lovely pre-fire from Axa.
There will be a full buy here for Evil Geniuses. Out of the window they go towards... Nope, dropping below that short position is automatic. Nafany will be mollied. That flash will be very handy indeed. And Again, EG are now fighting in that mid position. Meanwhile, there is a three-person focus on the A bomb side. We can see Wiz changing his spot. Smoke going up, but have a look at Hobbit's position. He's waiting for a flash to swing. The smoke is up, and Wiz is down. Neelan's being traded 3-on-3 now for Cloud9 as we got a fast-moving round.
Oh, Shiro is so patient. Knows that's a smoke that sometimes CTs will like to lurk behind. Cloud9 happy to take their time here, though. Even trades for the Ts often mean the CTs have to split apart, have to leave somewhere weak. And Axel's doing his investigative work over towards that B site. Slowly examining every single corner and realizing Hext has had to leave this site completely. He'll start moving back in from short, but has he realized how far up Axel is? Ooh, the question is, does Axel call it's clear? I mean, Cloud9 have to be looking at short still. That's the only position they need to be scared of. But they didn't realize he's in pillar, so Hext able to get the one at a minimum. Axel can still cut off the rotate though, and that allows an easy bomb plant with a good chance in the post plant here for Cloud9.
Big molly, big smoke on short as well. That will buy them some time. There's no kit for these EG players. There might be one on the site. I'm not sure. I don't think there is. You can see Neelan moving forward now, maybe trying to run distraction by making sound noises, sound cues, because automatic is elsewhere. And he surely wants to find something from this as Neelan draws focus. That's a big headshot from Neelan. And Buster is caught as well. Do they have time to plant the bot, defuse the bomb? No, indeed they do. Automatic's found a kit to make it even easier. And there's a second round then for EG. So they're continuing to build. There's still
a couple of good fights won. Like Automatic has definitely been looking solid when he's been able to take fights. Hopefully EG can continue with that. Ooh, Hex firing off with the FAMAS. I almost would be scared to do that as the B anchor, because now if I'm Cloud9, I'm sitting there thinking, it's a FAMAS as the B anchor. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Would have assistance from Breeze on short if needed. For now though, Cloud9 happy to default. This time working on mid a little more slowly. They will be going for this control with the good old run boost. Get Nafany into position.
Always got to be careful with that CT smoke, that forward smoke. I think Mihu made that popular. Slightly different variation. Allows you to look in the underpass, climb up on the B sign, shoot over it. Got to respect it. Breeze just saw Nafany's hand before the rest of him. Needs to stay alive now. Needs to sit on this advantage. We can see Wiz in, connects up, deals with Hobbit. Maybe a third round is on the cards here for EG. 5v3, taking 0 damage. Oh, never mind. Shiro just waiting. Lovely flick onto Automatic.
Oh, and it's that FAMAS anchoring this B bomb site. Hext in a committed position, turns away and can't get back in time. Axel with a double entry onto the B bomb site. And in a split second, the advantage from EG gets turned against them.
Walking into the hands of Shiro now is Neelan. Double scope to make sure, takes his neck clean off. That leaves Wiz to surely hold on to his AWP. He can do a lot with that, but can he get around the corner in time? Well, one way or another, he'll escape. Cloud9 back to winning ways then. Move to 9 rounds. They've broken the money of EG as well. Even in the rounds EG have won, it's often been 2 people surviving. Very costly rounds, and that leaves them with nothing really in the hole for the round to come.
Yeah, Wiz at least getting a couple of kills
as well.
And saving the orb. That's a shame.
Got like the worst possible spawn. Hero AWP. This round is purely about how they're able to activate the orb to try and get them some advantages, to try and get some rifles. It looks like it'll be the fast boost. Oh, he's been blocked by his teammate. What is happening?
Oh, no.
That's never going to work. I could have told you that. He'll still get the frag, though. His teammate will fall for it, and there are more coming his way. So nervously trying to land a shot without getting traded, but here it is. This is chaos now. HE team kills as things somewhat normalized. I understand how you're being blocked by your teammate there, but
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Hex was trying to jump up first and like get into a close corner to try and have a proper bait and switch setup, but either way, it definitely didn't work, whatever they were trying.
yeah, I mean, his Super Mario Brothers game needs to be absolutely on point to hop up there and get out of the way before blocking the sniper. Maybe wanting the pistoler to take a bullet for the president, protect the VIP and all that. Didn't quite happen though. He still got the first frag, but so nervous on the rest of them. Maybe wanted the pistolero to just take one to the chest, just run distraction, give him a bit more space. Has to deliver that second kill though. Never happened.
I think Shiro tried to fake the drop down there. Neelan's not going to buy that one so easily. And a 1v2 that isn't impossible for Neelan. But at the same time, Cloud9 can just hide, honestly, and try and fight together when necessary.
It didn't hurt them in the end, but still, you can't afford to have things like that happen. But anyway, they're on a buy once again. 10-2 in the window, very blind indeed. And once more, Hobbit just takes whatever he wants as far as mid is concerned. Map control compromised immediately. You can see Wiz in connector. Minute 30 and Cloud9 are all over that mid position. We haven't really seen an apps push from EG in this half just yet. We did see Wiz on the balcony for one round. Nafany dropped by Breeze. Drops the smoke. Avoid the response and catches Exile as well. Great play from Breeze. Exactly the start they needed. Every CT round counts as we head towards the end of this first half. That is a great start to number 13. Round 13.
Now it's more like it. Hobbit now trying to jump up, but automatic should get this. The nade, I don't know if that's going to do it. Hobbit's able to survive. But Breeze will come in from the other side instead for his third kill on the round. Not going to get too ahead of myself and call for the ace yet. It's always in the back of your mind. Buster trying to make something happen towards B. Dodges a couple of AWP shots. 25 seconds remaining. Might be the save call here. Shiro with another miss. Hasn't been at his best here on Mirage.
Yeah, Shiro.
Come on, man. All right, well, he listened. He hit that shot. Definitely save time. Look at all the X's on the map. They're all in like the exact same position.
Everyone's geniuses. All those grenades going to be a problem for Shiro. But he will take the risk to try and catch somebody off guard. Wiz needs to hope his positioning is on point. If Shiro continues to move forward, it's just edging slightly. A standoff, unbeknownst to both. The AK of Neelan beating the AK of Buster on this occasion. Shiro not making a play just yet. Wiz laser focus as he has automatic to worry about connector. You can see the bomb heading towards A as well. Automatic moving through now to find out what is the climate around this mid position. You can see Nafany creeping on short though. When these smokes go, so will automatics angles. Ooh. Guess he didn't see Nafany there. Passing ships in the night. Oh no. Bouncing off the ladder and Breeze is ready. That was crazy. 47 seconds left.
Yeah, looking good for EG in this one. Again, just able to win a couple of early fights. Breezy starting to get involved now from his position. Really nice to see him show up. We know what he's capable of in past years. It was back in 2019 that he was a real star in the NA region. Would love to see him get back to that level. Oh, and that's more like it from Wiz. And the molly will get the kill onto Shiro. So there we go.
Well, at least standing in the molly gives them, actually, versus normally it gives them less of a kill bonus. It depends on what weapon you're firing, though. With the AWP there, not so much of a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Fast from Cloud9 out through Palace. There's no one here. Oh, no. Neelan's not ready. He's got a smoke in hand. It's the fast pace from Cloud9 that we were waiting for towards one of these bomb sites, and it has caught EG out.
Nice smoke down the stairs. Always want it to be touching the sides, and it is. Oh, that molly was almost a disaster for Automatic. 4v4, Shiro coming in from the back, 180, and down goes Wiz. Hexton Breeze now. Try and do what they can for a 5th round, but it only gets more difficult as Nafany swings, eats too much flashbang, falls back. Clock is ticking there, they both have kits, but to get all these frags as well as defuse the bomb just isn't to this best of 3 series. They took 4 rounds from their CT side. Less than ideal would be putting it mildly. This is a dire situation for them, and they must find success on this pistol round. Otherwise, we could be in for a very brief game of Mirage.
Here is Buster as that B anchor I was talking about earlier. He's got an incendiary this time, but I don't know if he's going to be able to put it down in time. Oh, well, he has. Hext wasn't able to get out into the open. They've been slowed tremendously. The rotate has arrived. It is not looking good for EG, but they decide to commit into the waiting arms of the players with the USPs. This is just so comfortable now. Buster shutting it down alongside Axile. And that is about as...
Absolute non-starter of a pistol round. And so many plays would be untouched there for the CT side. It makes a difference on that pistol, especially if you get 1 kill and you've got perfect armor, you get that cheap helmet for $350. Really allows you to get the M4A4 out for cheap. And life will be even more difficult. They are squishy, EG. They are magnets for lead in round 17.
It's a classic. Stack everyone together and hope someone peeks you, and you will land your headshots with the Glocks.
This is a nice M4 skin. If you get one with the sun in the right place, the name tag can be an eclipse. That's what mine was called, because I'm a genius.
Very nice. There's all sorts of sticker tricks that you can have with them. I've never really got too much. Oh, okay. 1 kill with the Glocks. Not bad. Could have been worse. That's what you say after a round like that.
Cleaned up the mess quite promptly. So the bleeding was minimal. The M4A4 was rescued as well. And now the real game begins as far as the second half is concerned. Automatic has an opportunity. Buster looking to clean up with the MP9 again. We see that aggression from Cloud9 at the beginning of the CT half that we saw on Inferno. Automatic starts to look down towards the stairs just as Nafany peeks him up top. Lurker has been eliminated elsewhere. Cloud9 were firmly in control on the T side, and they appear to be on their CT side as well. That was a laboured frag that didn't go Shiro's way. Hobbit has made his way out of the palace, and again, Hex, we caught with a grenade in his hand. Wiz not far.
I remember there were periods towards the start of last year where they were just so good on the CT side of this map. They were always dominating on it. And I think their strong site anchors were part of that reason. Hobbit very good on this A site. He has been traded this time, though. Nafany's here as backup. They're not expecting a second man committed. They think they've dealt with the A anchor. Oh, wait, the flash makes it awkward. He's up on the ladder. He's down to the clock. It's not as clean of a round as Cloud9 would have wanted here. Maybe a bomb plant available for EG now. Oh, Shiro. Oh, mate. Okay.
Yeah, I think EG was the one that...
Like Mouse Esports almost.
Yeah, I think the EG one was the one that you could least argue for a change for, especially for this modern stuff which kind of has a shelf life to it. I think that one could have been timeless with very, very minimal changes, not a dramatic thing like this. Well then, quite a few match points here for Cloud9. Hex has got some, he's off the zero board, which is good. It's a big swing for Wiz there. As again, they are shown little to no respect from Cloud9. And that's how it should be as far as Cloud9 are concerned. I'm not trying to rib EG with that, but again, if you can play aggressively to a point where you're saying to your opponent, give us a reason not to do this, that is really like maximum Counter-Strike in terms of control, pressure, etc. Now, from the rounds I've seen in this series, I feel like the mid-round is sometimes an issue for EG and where things start to fall apart. They are keeping the trades in their favor, though, as they have a man advantage. start flying into the B bomb site, distracted by the short position, and they don't know about Buster just yet. He has not announced his spot. There he is. One on the site, one on the balcony, and again it starts to fall apart. The longer the round goes on, the worse it becomes for EG, but they'll be put out of their misery.